Positively Muskegon, Andy O'Reilly with this lady, Joan
Mack.
I knew that.
Like the trucks.
Isn't going to run me over if I screw this interview up like a Mack truck. Joan Mack is here from the Hampton Green Farm, and Joan and I have gone back, a couple of years now.
We do.
I was out there to MC an event.
Yes.
And I don't know what you saw that you liked, but you said, could you come back and MC this event we're putting on last year called Chef Prize? And it really turned out to be a big deal.
It is.
Talk about, so the idea came along from what, Chef Prize?
Well, it was like an epiphany, driving along in the car, listening to the description of Art Prize, which is, to me, an incredible...
Huge thing.
It is, and it's lovely, and it brings so much to the local community, including the lakeshore.
Yeah.
And I was driving along thinking, food is a celebration of art. It truly is. And, of course, a lot of chefs think that they're artists, and they are. And I thought, why don't we celebrate food like this? Why don't we make this a competition? Not so much a taste of West Michigan, although it is, but more of an event, of a competition of let's bring out the best of local West Michigan. Let's really make them work and show us what they can do. And so the first year was last year, and terrible weather day, as you remember.
It was a little drizzly. I wouldn't say it was terrible. I've lived through worse.
That's true. And it wasn't snowing yet.
Not quite yet,
but it was. And we sold. People showed up in droves, and they came in from the road. They were everywhere, and the energy was amazing.
It was a great
event.
It was fun.
And the chefs were. Not only did they step up, but it really showed us that there are some fabulous, talented chefs in this community.
Absolutely.
And we enjoyed so much doing it. Of course, they had a ball. And we had everything from cupcakes, and we had chocolates in the shape of the farm. We had horse cupcakes. We had, of course, the ice sculpture, which was a huge hit. Sure. And then, of course, we had octopus and Indian food.
I remember trying it.
It was really good. So it turned out to be something that we thought, this is going to grow, and it's going to grow quickly. It's going to get out of our hands quickly. So we decided, we actually trademarked Chef Prize now.
Okay.
And we own that because we want it to be a local, we focus on local here at Hampton Green and Kimberly Boyer, her foundation, the foundation that I'm the manager of. Yep. We focus on local. It's all about being here.
Tell people a little bit about Hampton Green Farm if they've never been out there. The horses are amazing. It's really a working farm, but you guys have a pretty big outreach into the community too.
When the recession hit in 2008, the end of 2008, we began to hear. Kim serves on a lot of boards, and of course is a philanthropist, local philanthropist. And we began to hear that the nonprofits were going to stop their events. They were going to not have them. People weren't in the mood to party. They didn't have the money. They couldn't buy tickets. They couldn't afford them. So often, fundraisers by nonprofits are almost gobbled up by costs of tables and chairs and tents. It's expensive to give a fundraiser, but it's so essential. And Kim said, we need to look at this because it's important that our nonprofits continue to reach out in their community. They will not grow, and they won't meet their deadlines. They won't meet their mission if they aren't pulling people into these, let's call them fundraisers, but they're fundraisers too. Yeah. So we decided, we had done open houses at the farm before that benefited one nonprofit, and they turned out huge amounts of people. So we thought, what, why don't we do that for a nonprofit? Sure. They have to apply, and we will give them the food, which is the biggest expense. Good food.
Yep.
Really
Really
French
good food.
chef food. The tables, chairs, and the tent.
Yep.
And the music, obviously. And
a show.
And a horse show.
Yeah.
And you do everything else, and you pay for it. But what happened was not only did they come out and clamor to come out, but we found that the results were that we have nonprofits now who could hire an executive director. Yep. We have nonprofits one nonprofit's fundraiser was to replace the boiler in their old building. They replaced that. Anybody who knows what a boiler costs knows that's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. We showed positive impact. We asked, each nonprofit is required to make an ask at every event. Mm-hmm. And so not only do you get your people out there, but you have to talk to them. You have to tell them what your mission is. You have to tell them why you're here. Yep. And they will give. And they did. And they continue to. Yeah. And it's gone now for 8 years. And we get lots of inquiries from out of town and from the big city and from the big nonprofits of the world, and we don't do those. We do the local, if you can call them mom and pops. We do
Grand
the
Haven,
ones,
Muskegon.
Grand Haven, Muskegon.
Yeah, and that's so important.
It is, it is.
My last trip out to the farm was for Reed, Muskegon, and every one of these has its own subtle message to it. We did the one about the right to life thing last year. This year it was that, and to see those two guys they're grown men.
Yes.
And they taught themselves to read through Reed, Muskegon.
The impact.
That's a huge
That's local impact. And what those two gentlemen, the impact that those two gentlemen alone, the ripple effect of educating and teaching
Did you see
grown
me?
men to read.
I know. Did you see me on the stage?
Yeah.
It's like these two are walking off, and I really felt like they were superheroes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
I have to touch you now. So I
Yes.
hugged them as they walked off the stage.
Now imagine 15 of those events, and every time there's
Yeah.
one come out, we listen to these stories.
Yeah.
Claudia Bryant and I have been in tears
Sure.
at some of them. And we, of course, have ended up writing checks for some of them ourselves.
Sure.
But the local impact is so great and so important, and it really has been important not only for us as our foundation.
Yep.
We've changed the whole focus and the mission of our foundation from being the grant writer, the check writer, to now you must be local, and this is almost all we do. We call it the On the House program. This is what we do.
Cool.
So we do a little bit more in Florida too now.
Do you?
We've translated to Florida. We don't have the
Hey,
grounds
I'm happy to
there,
fly
but
down there to do any kind of MCing
Yeah,
you
there you
need
go.
to.
There you go.
The middle of the winter comes along, you need somebody.
When it's snowing sideways here, it's not snowing sideways in Florida.
I had to ask. It's worth a shot.
It's important.
Come back to Chef Price now.
Come back to Chef Price.
How many
So,
restaurants are we going to see there?
Right now we have 26 organizations
Wow.
coming. Yes, we do. And we will have this year we're going to judge them like an we keep saying Iron Chef.
Right.
I don't know if I can trademark that. I know that's true. But it's like an Iron Chef. They're the upscale dining.
Yep.
There's 9 of them, I believe, will bring their dishes to our celebrity chef, our celebrity judges, including Pete Secchia.
Oh.
And including Marcial Noguer from Chicago, Bistronomic in Chicago. And I apologize that I don't know. I don't know if Sparty is actually going to be a judge or not. I don't know how you can eat through the
Sparty's going to be there, though.
But Sparty will be there. So, and they will then be judged on their one dish that they bring, and that will be a secret all day.
Okay.
And we'll also be judging on best presentation, People's Choice,
All
and so
that
on.
stuff.
So we have chocolates, we have desserts, we have cupcakes, we have Indian food, we have American food, and of course we do not know what the chefs are doing. It's not. One chef told us if she told us, she would have to kill us.
Really?
So it's that secret.
Well,
They
we don't
want to
want
win.
any of that.
No.
No.
They want to win. This is important to them, and they're very, very, very competitive. So
Going to have some microbrews on hand.
we're going to have some breweries,
Okay.
local breweries. Our
cider house or two?
Cider. I'm looking forward to Vandermills. This is one of my favorite places in Grand Haven. We tried to get them last year, but they were at our price.
Sure.
And so this year they're open and they're coming.
Cool.
And they have, in fact, if you go to a lot of the restaurants around here, they serve Vandermills cider.
Do they?
So yeah, they do. So they're coming, and again, they have a fabulous chef as well. The food there, I'm giving them an advertisement right now, but they're
okay.
absolutely wonderful little. But they are like the epitome of what we know is here in Grand Haven
Yeah.
in Muskegon County,
Yeah.
where in Spring Lake, where you have young, creative, I mean young, not age-wise, but creative chefs who are really out there trying to do something. I was just mentioning the other day to somebody that, when we're eating Brussels sprouts now.
Yeah.
I mean, Brussels sprouts was a punishment when I was a
No,
kid.
I love Brussels
Today,
sprouts.
Brussels sprouts with bacon and, flash fried, I'm loving Brussels sprouts. So that is strictly from these young chefs who
Sure.
are out there not afraid to do anything. I mean, we're eating fried kale, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah,
So we're looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring this year.
Going to have a car show.
We're going to have a car show.
Are you still looking for people to come into the car show?
Absolutely. We hope to get 15 to 20 cars
Okay.
that day. So if anybody has a car and they're interested, they can call me, 616-402-2238, and I'd be happy to tell them you get 2 free tickets to the event and 2 tickets for the beer and wine in the beer and wine tent. Free.
Now, and this is all being done by the West Michigan Spartans
It
this
is.
year. Talk a little bit about their organization.
Very excited about them. They wanted this. They found us last year and got very excited. We've been meeting since January.
Wow.
They are the West Michigan Spartan alumni group.
Okay.
They are raising money for their foundation, and they're also going to be giving scholarships. And at this point, they're still putting together those scholarships. One will be, I believe, for the culinary school at Grand Valley, but I might be wrong about that. And then they're talking to the local culinary schools as well. And they don't have scholarships, so they're talking about how they can help them,
Awesome.
help these kids go to culinary school. So they are excited. They're bringing Sparty out, and there'll be lots and lots of people. If you graduated from Michigan State, this is your event. If you graduated from Michigan, this is perfect for you guys. Wear your Michigan shirts and come on out.
Why not fuel that rivalry?
Absolutely. We have a lot. In fact, somebody just called me and said, we want blue and white tablecloths on their tables. And we thought, you have to talk to Michigan State about that. But I think it'll be a fun event full of lots of things going on.
Yeah.
We also have demonstrations going.
Yep.
We only had one last year, and since it was so popular, we're doing more than one.
Okay.
We did poached pears last year,
I remember.
which was fun.
Yep.
So this year they're going to have demonstrations. Lots of restaurants have indicated they're very excited. Village Baker wants to show how they make their famous pretzels.
Okay.
So we're working on that as well. So every hour on the hour, or however we're going to work it, that'll be your job to announce all the demonstrations and all the stuff going on. And there's stuff going on everywhere. If you go to www.hamptongreenfarm.com and go to facilities, Fruitport, you can see an aerial view of the farm, and you'll see how beautiful it is.
People don't even know it's there.
No, we're a jewel in the middle of Fruitport.
Yeah, it's really, really a magnificent place. And you know, for all the beauty and the horses and all this other kind of stuff, that's not what draws me to the farm. It's the outreach.
Yeah.
And to think that everybody out there that could stepped up and found a way to make sure all of our nonprofits have an opportunity to come out and make an impact. You've been one of the best groups I've ever come across.
Well, we are very proud of this program. We're amazed that not too many people, if anyone, has ever done it. But we believe that, you know, not only does it showcase our beautiful farm, which we're not afraid to show off, but it also gives the impact is absolutely profound, and we believe in it.
And the ticket information and everything will be put right here. I got a link up and everything's ready to go.
And you can buy tickets online, which is
tickets while you
smart
can.
to do.
Yeah, get them ahead of time because you want to get there and enjoy everything that's going on. Again, Joan Mack from the Hampton Green Farm. All the details, the tickets, and all that stuff will be right here on Positively Muskegon. We'll look forward to seeing you out at Hampton Green on September 11th.
Come hungry.
Come hungry. You're going to need it. And come thirsty.
Come thirsty.
Plenty to drink, too, out at Hampton Green Farm. Joan, thanks.
Thank you so much, Andy. Appreciate it.